He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. He's a Hall of Famer. Reggie Miller, part of TNT's All-Star festivities in Chicago, as well as the All-Star game on Sunday at 8 Eastern on TNT. Good morning, Reg. How are you?
Theodore, good morning.
Do you have any Oscar nominees or winners in your neighborhood?
We go through this every week. We keep to ourselves here in Calabasas, okay? Though I do know that Brad Pitt is somewhere in the vicinity of where I'm currently living now in Calabasas, and he is a supporting actor winner.
Okay.
So, yes,
All right.
to answer your question, yes. I just don't know where.
Don't you just drive around the neighborhood sometimes just to check out houses, see who lives there?
I drive around the neighborhood saying to myself, why couldn't I have squeezed a few more jumpers out of this right arm to afford to live at some of these estates that they are living in? Yes.
I think you did pretty well.
I did okay.
Yeah, I think
could have done better.
Yeah.
I could have done better.
Well, you look at these salaries now.
Oof.
Right? I mean,
I curse Saul and Carrie. I curse Saul and Carrie every day.
You were born too early.
Look at it the other way too, Theodore.
Yeah.
We help pave the way, right? Because I'm sure the players, Jerry West and Oscar Robertson and Wills and the 60s and 70s, they help pave the way for us as well. So that's how I look at things.
And that's the way to look at it. That's the way to look at it. All right, a couple of things here. Can the Rockets small ball win a title?
Title, no.
Okay.
A series or two, yes, depending on the matchups.
Because I understand what they're doing. I don't think. I mean, you got Russell Westbrook who can't shoot threes, and he has the ball a lot. Unless they're just going to say to Russ, "Hey, you go to the hoop constantly. Offense and defense just go to the rim, and let the other people who can shoot actually shoot here." And are they going to average 50 to 60 3-pointers per game? Is that the goal?
Yes to that, but we're not surprised about that because they've led the league in three-point attempts and three-point makes, the last, in the D'Antona era there in Houston. What you saw last night in the defense when they played Utah is probably how teams are going to play Houston from here on out. As soon as Harden crosses the half-court line, it's a soft double will come up. They're going to play off of Russ. So when the ball is thrown to Westbrook, they're going to dare him to shoot, which he's not going to shoot. He's going to drive. And he had a monster game with 37 or 39 points and double-figure assist. But they are always going to make it difficult on James Harden to score because he's going to have to score out of soft double teams and triple teams, and he's going to make the P.J. Tuckers and those kind of guys, Eric Gordon, they're going to make those guys beat you from distance. And if they make 23s and shoot above 45%, then it's going to be a loss. But where you have to punish them is if they're going to start players 6'7", 6'6", you got to kill them on the offensive glass, and that's what Rudy Gobert and Utah did. They made timely shots, don't get me wrong. Bogdanović hit the big three at the buzzer to win it. But I think they could. We've seen this before with Don Nelson and Golden State in a certain series when that Golden State team upset the number one Dallas team, if you remember that. 10 plus years ago. So we've seen this movie before. I just don't think in the long run you can win a championship that way.
How did it come off to you with the Lakers trying to get Darren Collison to come out of retirement? Then he said no, that they might be interested in J.R. Smith or Dion Waiters.
I think the Lakers are kind of just looking for pieces. They need outside shooting. I know they needed a backup point guard, for Caruso and Rajon Rondo. But Collison decided to stay retired. I could kind of see the J.R. Smith because he won a championship with LeBron, and I think he's familiar or would be familiar in that system, just run to the corner and spot up basically. But he hasn't been on the court for a while, so I don't know how useful that would be for the Lakers. They're just trying, really, to grasp straws right here to find complementary pieces.
It's not desperate to you? I mean, I don't like J.R. Smith is not playing for a reason. So there are other.
I wouldn't necessarily say desperate. I mean, it's also a guy with championship experience too, and he's hit a lot of big shots in his career, especially with LeBron.
You want J.R. Smith?
I'd have to see him first. I want the J.R. Smith that was on that team that won a championship.
Yeah, but you're not getting that one.
We don't know what we're getting. We don't know what we're going to get.
Okay, I think if you're the Lakers, you've avoided drama this year. Vogel's been perfect for them. You've avoided drama, and I don't need to bring. Do I want to bring in Dion Waiters?
Now that would be a head scratcher. I'm not quite sure about that one because he has kind of been a locker room problem while he was in Miami. So I'm not quite sure about that one. But I would have zero problem with J.R. Smith coming in, a guy that has championship experience and can knock down threes. The question is, physically, is he capable? You know, he's been away from basketball for a bit, but we saw this with Carmelo. He was away for just about a year and hasn't looked too bad. So if he's kept his body in shape and, you know, have that hand-eye and that trigger arm ready, who knows? Who knows?
Can Damian Lillard be the MVP this year?
He could, but he won't. Just because right now he's just scratching to try to get to the eighth spot in the Western Conference. We all know it's Antetokounmpo's to lose.
Okay.
That's wrapped up. Giannis is winning the MVP unless he gets – I even think if he gets injured right now, he would probably still win MVP.
Okay.
He's that far ahead. But then I think you got to throw in LeBron and the success of the Lakers. I think LeBron would probably be number two. Luka, and his, especially the first half of the season, has been fantastic. But he's been hurt lately, so that's kind of hurt him. But now you put what Lillard has done over the last month, it's been phenomenal. And if they can find a way to get to that eighth spot, I think they're 2.5 or 3 behind Memphis. For that eighth spot in the Western Conference. What he has done with all the injuries and the trades and the roster turnover in Portland, he would probably be in my top 3 of MVP right now. Probably Giannis, LeBron, and then Lillard.
I was looking at Giannis and LeBron, their rosters, and I'm looking at LeBron's roster. LeBron, Anthony Davis, Luka, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard. That's a pretty good starting 5 right there.
I will say this. LeBron has the all-name roster, but I really do like Giannis's. It's more of a team-type roster, and I think he kind of alluded to that. He's like, I need guys that are going to pass me the ball. So on paper, I'm sure everyone's going to go with LeBron's team. I am picking Giannis's team to win Sunday's All-Star game because it's constructed more as a team. Okay. Guys kind of understand their roles. The question is they got to go out and play hard. I think Giannis's team is more constructed for that, so I'm pulling the upset and going with Giannis's team on Sunday.
Who took the All-Star game as serious as a regular game or a postseason game when you played in it?
MJ did. But MJ always took every game serious because he felt it was a chance to one-up the best players in the game. Look, I remember in 1990, my first All-Star game in Miami. But
did people have problem, though, Reg, with Michael being that serious and that, like, you can answer it now.
Did people have? No.
Oh, okay. Like, you know, nobody said, Mike, come on, ease up, let's have some fun.
No, because there was so much trash talking back in those days of the All-Star game.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, walking into the locker room in Miami, you know, I was 23, 24 at the time, and in the East it was Larry, it was Charles, it was MJ, Isaiah, Joe Dumars, Rodman, coached by the Hall of Famer Chuck Daly. So I walk in and no one's saying anything to one another, and this is like the height of the Bad Boys and the rise of Chicago. So there was tension in there. I'm like, oh, my God, what have I walked into? And guys were barely speaking to one another, but as soon as the jump ball went, it was like, let's kill the West. Let's kill Magic. Let's kill War. It was like, I was like, this is awesome, you know. But as soon as that 48 minutes was over, it was like they went back to their isolated corners. But they wanted to destroy the Western. We wanted to destroy the Western Conference.
I'm looking at the All-Star festivities. They got the slam dunk contest, and I'm not interested in that. The three-point contest, they still
You like it? You like the changes?
No.
Why?
Because
adding a 2-point, 30-point shot and 3 points to that. You don't. I love that. Think of the guy. First of all, Lillard leads the league with 35 plus, more than 35. Him and Trae Young, 35 plus 3-point shots this season. That adds a wrinkle to it. You add 10 seconds to it, and now you have two shots.
Right. It's all right.
No, I think that's look. The game has evolved, and you've got to add changes to it.
But Reg, I would still love to see. Let's say Damian Lillard picked you, and you got 2 racks, he got 3 racks, and you were a team, and then you went against, let's say, if Steph Curry was playing
and Ray Allen, adding the old component to it, or just in general.
Yes, you guys get 2 racks, so you don't get tired. And you let the young guys get 3 racks. If you want to do the extra 30-footer, then I'm fine with that too. But I would make it where we bring back the old school, new school.
Hey Ray, I'll be your Huckleberry. Hey Lee,
yeah,
I kind of like that.
You would do this in a second.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Only 2 racks, and I'd probably take. The first, that would be good. Now the question is, who would I team? I could team up with anyone.
Anybody.
I would team up with Luka. I would team up with anyone.
Okay, but what racks would you take? Your 2 best racks would be situated where?
I would probably say the short corner.
Guy. Okay.
Yeah, the short corner and the wing. That would probably be my 2. So I'd either be the first 2 and let my partner do the first 3 in the long ball, or I do the last 2, the last wing and the last corner one.
Ooh.
It's on. It's on, committee. Add it.
I know. Now, see, isn't that more interesting than adding 2 30-footers?
No, I still want to see that, too.
I'll let you have that. But I think they love to celebrate the past. You bring them in. I mean, that would be great if it teamed you guys up.
Now, if they add this, obviously not this year, but back in Indiana the following year, are you going to take credit for this? Because you should.
I don't have to,
Reg. Great idea.
Reg, all I do.
Great idea.
I'm a giver. I'm the John Stockton of radio. I just give. That's all I do.
I will be your mailman. I will receive.
You can take credit for it. I have no problem with that.
I am not taking credit for it because it's a great idea, but I think you can get enough of the. You can get Peja because he can still shoot. You can get Craig Hodges. He can still shoot. Ray, myself. That's 4 alone right there. Dale Ellis can still light it up. Glenn Rice can still light it up. So there's enough to team up with the young fellas.
And Del Curry can still shoot, right?
Del Curry can still shoot it up.
Mark Price.
Dale and Steph. See, that'd be good. I would take them on. I would like that.
Of course you would.
Yes.
I don't care who you get paired with. You'll be great. I'm not concerned about you. I don't want these older guys to go out there and get hurt, but that's why I'm going to only give you 2 racks.
Well, how are they going to get hurt shooting a basketball?
I have no idea.
You remember when the old vets used to get hurt when they made them play in the All-Star game when they'd have that fantasy game and guys were tearing ACLs and Achilles and they were like, God rest his soul. Commissioner Stern was like, no more of that game. We got to stop this. All tearing up body limbs.
Are you on my Memphis Grizzly bandwagon?
To make the playoffs or
just get on now. Get on early.
I like them. I know. I like them. I think what's going to hurt them is experience if they do make the playoffs. But again, playing hard says something, right? It says something. They play hard. They play together. I think it's going to be a while, and they needed that veteran, and I thought that veteran was going to be Andre Iguodala. He didn't buy into it, but
did you have any problem with that, Reg, where Iguodala?
Not at all, because no one thought that this was going to be like that at the start of the year, and I thought it was going to be a quick turnaround. I thought when it happened, they were going to trade or cut him right away, and then they saw how they played, and he became a bargaining chip. So I think it was told to him early when the transaction went down, hey, we're going to either cut you or let you go so you can go sign, with a contending team. But once they saw what they had and they started to play well, it kind of snowballed a little bit. So I had zero problem with him waiting out and them getting a bargaining chip out of it.
Best movie you saw this year? Did you see any of these?
Of the Oscars?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I didn't see any of them.
Well, you got little ones.
The little ones, yeah. I could tell you the best of that.
Frozen 2.
Puppy Dog Pals. Puppy Dog Pals. Woo! Unbelievable. Descendants 3. You guys got to go see Descendants 3 by Disney. Fantastic.
Wait, did you go to Patrick Weitzel's party, his Oscar party?
Yeah. Can you believe it? Like my when I retired, first 5 or 6 years, we went to that party because I would call into your show coming straight from the party because the Weitzel party doesn't start till.
Now he's a big time agent. He's Patrick Weitzel, big time agent, big
Endeavor,
Hollywood agent.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, Endeavor Agency. Yes. So his party starts at about 10 o'clock and literally goes until I was on at 8:20. Like the party goes on all night at different places throughout the city, and they were fun parties. They were fun parties, but Father Time catches up to all of us, Theodore. As you know.
You didn't go this year?
No,
oh, okay.
no. Those days are way past now. I don't think they would probably even let me in. They're like, dude, you got 2 kids? Go home. Go home.
No, but Patrick would let you in.
Yeah, of course he would.
Okay, but who do you see there? Like the person where you go, I can't even walk up to them. Like, did you ever have those moments?
No, not at all. No. Because I kind of knew them through Patrick. So I wasn't really – I mean, the times I were going, it was the height of Matt and Ben, the Goodwill Hunting days and all that. So hanging around with those guys.
Was Ben with J-Lo back then?
Yes. I remember going to Ben through – let me see. Did Ben throw – no, J-Lo threw Ben a birthday party at one of the top clubs at the time in the mid-2000s, and it was quite a scene because that's when they were at the height of their relationship, and paparazzi were everywhere outside. Those were fun times. Why are you having me go down memory lane, man?
I know. I'm sorry. You're old now. Got little ones. You're in love. You don't leave the house. You ride bikes.
I ride bikes. Hey, Paulie, I sent Paulie a picture. Paulie, did you get that picture? It was my first race since, obviously, the passing of Kobe and Gigi and those 7 others. And it was my first time on the bike actually racing. So I wanted to honor, my good friend Kobe. So, Castelli, who is my outfitter, they sent me, I called it my Mamba Angel outfit. It was all white, my kit. And my Mama Bear, she duct taped, number 24 on the – I know. It looks so bad. She duct taped 24 on the front in yellow and number 8 on the back in purple and a number 2 on the sleeve. And it was one of the most difficult races and courses here in Fontana that I've particularly never done well in. But I ended up winning, and I think it was a higher power.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Mambo was looking after me. So I sent Paulie the picture.
He'll share that.
He'll share that. So it was cool to be on 2 wheels. It was my little tribute to Mr. Kobe Bryant and his daughter and those 7 others who were all lost too soon.
Reggie will be part of TNT's All-Star Saturday night broadcast in Chicago, as well as the All-Star Game festivities Sunday at 8 Eastern on TNT. Safe travels there, Aloysius, and we will talk to you next week.
Don't think I am not going to approach the commissioner and the committee, the rules committee, about the veteran, and I like it. I'm gonna drop it.
No, I'm curious.
It all came from Theodore.
I am legitimately curious about that. That's all. That's
Done deal.
And if they want to put a media member in, and I can go.
What are you saying?
And I could go against Stephen A.
You would kill Stephen A. Smith.
You're right. I would. But if you want to do that, or once again you want to get Drake, I can revisit that feud.
Theodore, you're the best, Dan.
Thank you, Reg.
I love y'all.
Thank you, Reg.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.